going to sit here and smile a little bit because I know I've been going for a while. I know, D Crew. I know. I have so much to catch you up on. And yeah, I want to catch you up on a lot. And I'm going to explain. It's not even no explaining. It's just life, y'all. With work, personal life, just things. And I really could have been documenting all of this, but I haven't. But I'm back now, okay? I'm back. I'm gonna be back. And if you're not following me on Instagram, that's where I've been posting a lot of things on Instagram. I've been doing a mobility challenge. She's trying to be flexible and mobile and not have rickety knees. We're gonna rebuke the rickety knees. I don't give a damn. Rickety knees, bad hips, is not in our ministry. Okay, it's at least not in mine. I would like to say it's not in yours either. So as we get older, we get better. So work on your mobility, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So that's what I've been working on. I'm on my day 28 today. And yeah, just follow my Instagram, Danny on Demand, or Danny _on_ demand on Instagram, and I'll post it or I'll link it below. Follow me on Instagram and you'll see even more stuff that I'm doing there. But I come to you today since I haven't been around for a while. There's things that's going on in my life, like I'm going to be getting surgery tomorrow. Guess what on? I'm getting a BBL. Really, y'all think I'm getting a BBL? I always tell people I was saying that I was getting surgery. People were like, what you getting surgery on? I'm like, y'all, if I was really getting a BBL, nah, I wouldn't get a BBL. No, we don't. If I ever got a bag, like a real bag, I'm getting my teeth done and I'm getting laser hair removal. That's it. She's not getting a BBL. I've been working on this booty too much. It's natural. It's good. It shakes enough, you know? So I don't need a BBL. I'm getting a myomectomy tomorrow, which is fibroid removal. It is a serious abdominal surgery that you get to remove your fibroids. I found out I had fibroids. So I'm laughing about this because it's a little anxious right now because the surgery is tomorrow. Just got the call that I have to be there at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow. I got the soap I need to wash with. I got my directions. She's going to have surgery tomorrow. So I wanted to talk about how I found out I had fibroids and just bring awareness to it and just make sure you ladies are going to the doctor, you're getting your checkups, you're paying attention to your body. And yeah, so let's start with the story. So in 2022, I decided, okay, this is going to be my year of focusing on my internal health, right? I've been focusing on my external health as far as working out, you know, focusing on my body, making sure she's looking snatched naturally, booty's looking good naturally, you know, and I'm becoming stronger as a woman and just as a person in general. And I am feeling the best I've ever felt in a long time, right? So I was like, okay, let me get a whole new doctor team. Because I was like, I had started my new job. I was like, I want to get a dermatologist. I want to get a new primary doctor. Transparency. Never really had a primary doctor. I always had a gynecologist, but never a primary doctor. So now your girl got a primary doctor, a dermatologist, a gynecologist that's for me. And also I'm working on getting a chiropractor because I do want to do some things for my back. I don't have back issues, but once again, I want to do a lot of like preventative things. So I went to the doctor, I got my primary doctor, and she was doing a regular exam on me, checking my boobies and checking my stomach. You know how they push down on your stomach? And she says, as she's pushing down on my stomach, she says, are you pregnant? And I said, unless it's immaculate conception, honey, unless I'm married, you know, I can't be pregnant. She was like, if it's not pregnant, then I feel fibroids. It's fibroids. I said, what? I'm laying there shocked because your girl had no idea. So, like I said, she's touching it. She's like, I definitely feel a fibroid. Like, she was like, you've never felt this? And she took my hand and she wanted me to feel it. And I felt it. And I said, I never really, and you think, you're like, you think you know your body, you think you know yourself, and you think, I'm fine, none of this. I never noticed that. Sometimes I did notice because I work out a lot or enough, right? So I was like, maybe it's just my belly is just hard to go away. It's one of those issues where it's just like, oh, your stomach is always, like bloated during my period time, or in the morning your belly looks flat, or maybe you just ate a meal, so you're like, oh, my belly's a little big, or like I said, it's just hard to get rid of your belly fat. So that's what I kind of just thought it was. Come to find out, I have a big old fibroid inside of me. So once I found out that I already had a appointment with my gynecologist set up like literally the next month. So she said, when you go to the gynecologist, I'm gonna already set you up with a referral to go get an ultrasound. So the ultrasound was gonna happen after my appointment with the gynecologist. I went to the gynecologist next month, did my pap smear, did my blood work. She's also doing her exam, boobies, stomach, asking me questions. And she was like, when she was doing her exam internally and on the outside, she said, I definitely do see a bulky belly. And that's one of the symptoms of having fibroids, is a bulky belly. Now, what makes this even more of a catch-22 is, maybe not even catch-22, just different in my aspect. From my experience, I've never had any symptoms. So usually the symptoms, well, I did have one symptom, which was the bulky belly, but majority of women get the really heavy periods, the fainting, the pain during periods, the pain during sex. I didn't get any of that. So I think that's what also caused me not to think that anything was wrong, because I didn't think of the bulky belly thing. I always think of the physical things that happen, as far as, like I said, like your period being heavy or giving you lots of pain. And I used to have really bad, painful periods, but I had that when I was a teenager, my 20s, and then towards my 30s, it started to die out, and I didn't really have that much of pain. So she feels it, and she says, yeah, you definitely have fibroids. So she wanted me to wait until I got the ultrasound. As soon as I got the ultrasound, they would send the results to her, and then we would go from there to see where they are, how many I have, things like that. So I went to get the ultrasound. My mother came with me. Got my ultrasound. I can't believe I'm getting an ultrasound without being pregnant. Lovely. No. So I got the ultrasound. She searches around my belly. She's like, yes, there's fibroids there. Like I said, I know they're there, but people keep telling me, yeah, they're there. I'm like, I know. Then when the doctor sees them, she passes them on to a surgeon right away. Like, she's like, you need to talk to a surgeon. So it wasn't even we could let these linger, nothing like that. So I spoke to my surgeon doctor, let's call her Dr. A, who's going to be doing my surgery tomorrow. We did a virtual meetup so we could go over the ultrasound test, or whatever the results were. She said, I really want you to get an MRI. She's like, because I see them, but I want to see more. And an MRI gives you a better picture of over your stomach and around, like, to just see where they are and to see it a lot better than a regular ultrasound. So I went and got the MRI. Girls, I was going to all the appointments in the world. I went to get the MRI, laid in a little a circular thing that they had to put me in. I had to lay still, put some headphones on, and rock out and just lay there until they did, like, it was like woo, woo, around my stomach. And it's so funny because when they send you the results, you're looking at the results, right? I can't read the damn results. And I'm on the phone with my cousin, and I'm trying to figure out what they mean. I'm like, what does this mean? How many centimeters is this? And I'm Googling shit. I'm like, girl, don't Google when you sick. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because then I just started thinking all kinds of things, because I had to wait to meet with my surgeon to figure out where and everything was. So I finally met my surgeon. We had a conversation. She said, Danielle, you have a one big one, So basically, let's say this is my uterus, right? Your uterus, and like I swear, it's a lot of stuff. Like, yes, we learn about anatomy in school and everything like that, but it's amazing what's going on in our bodies. But let's say this is the uterus. I have a 16 centimeter fibroid that's on top of my uterus. It's covering my uterus. So, and then I have a bunch of little ones. I have a 5 centimeter or a 6 centimeter one right next to the big one, and then a bunch of little ones around it. And then I have 1 or 2 inside the uterine cavity. So, like I said, I'm not at the point where I can let it rock. I'm not at the point where I could try natural things and say, yeah, let's try the natural stuff, because it's huge. And if I was to get pregnant, if I was to, it does bother me that I have a bulky belly and I'm working out all this time, and it's just it looks like I have a head there, and I'll show you guys, but it looks like I have a head on the left side of my stomach on the lower part, right? And if I was to get pregnant, right, I could risk a miscarriage and or me being pregnant with a baby and a fibroid is not going to be a good situation in there for the baby to grow, right? Not planning on having any kids right now, but you never know. I may meet the man of my dreams and have a baby. I don't know. But I don't want to have that inside of me, and I feel like I feel like my body betrayed me. You betrayed me. I thought I'd do so good with you, and then you just go there and just start creating fibroids. What are you doing? What are we doing? You didn't talk to me about this. You didn't talk to me about this. But anyway, so yeah, she said we could go the route of doing the myomectomy, which she explained to me, fibroid removal, and I know about it because my mother did it years ago, and my mother used to have really bad periods. And like I said, she did it maybe 10 years ago, maybe 12. So I know about it, but it's just it is hereditary. But once again, you don't think about these things, like what could be hereditary, and I got it. I could have just, because it's my mother, me. It trickles down. So once they told me I had to get, she said either a myomectomy, and or she said you could leave them there if you don't plan on having kids, but they can get bigger, and obviously I don't want something growing inside of me that is not meant to be there. Or she said I could get a hysterectomy. She didn't say that first. I know some people be like, oh, they go straight to hysterectomy. It wasn't even that. It just was, she was giving me my options. So I just started my new job. I think I was there maybe 6 months at the time, maybe 7. And I didn't want to go out, and I just started, and I wanted to make sure my insurance was, everything was straight when it came to disability and, being able to still get paid, or planning out the surgery, because I'm going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. So I decided to get the myomectomy, and I said I want to do it in October because I'll make a year at my job in October. And we're at October 25th, or October 25th is the day of the surgery. So you'll be seeing this video after I have surgery, because I'm going to document my journey of this. So, and it's funny because as I get closer to the date, or I was getting closer to the date, and I used to wonder why I pee very often. Like, as soon as I drink, water goes straight through me, or anything goes straight through me when it comes to me peeing. I go a lot. And she said that could be because, or she did say I have a tilted uterus, or it's tilted, but it's only tilted because of the fibroid that's on top of it. So she said it could be hitting your bladder, and that's what's making you go to the bathroom a lot. I said, ah. And like I said, all this stuff you never think about. You just live your life, and you just don't realize it. So, and the fact that I am the woman I am of my age, I'm big old 37. So it's a lot that is going through my head, because the last conversation I had with her, I met her in person. We talked about the surgery. We talked about where the fibroids were. what she was going to do. I still have to make a decision on the day of the surgery if I want her to go in to get the bigger fibroid or the small fibroid that is inside the uterine lining. Now, the reason I don't know if I want her to take those because she has to, and this is how she explained it, she would have to cut through my whole cut or make a decision through the whole uterus pretty much. I wish I could show, like, there's a uterine lining and then there's your uterus on the outside of it. So she would have to cut through the whole thing and take out the fibroid. That could be very painful afterwards, and or it's just a lot more healing. The cuts and things she has to do on the outside, because she doesn't really have to cut anything on the outside. One of them is cadunculated, where it's on a stem and it's out, but the other little ones, she said those could come off easily. It's the ones that are inside or could be the harder ones. So I'm still like on the fence with that. I will make a decision tomorrow. Whatever comes out of my mouth is what I'm going to do. That's how kind of I'm going to fly with it. I do also get a little nervous because there is, like, before, when you do pre-op, you have to sign a paper saying if they can't stop you from bleeding, if things go this way, you could lose your uterus. I swear the first thing I'm going to say when I wake up is, do I still got a uterus? She's still there? I'm not ready to lose my uterus yet. I don't know what it is. I think if I was like 45, 50, I wouldn't mind losing my uterus. At 37, I don't want to lose it yet. God damn it, I hate getting a period every month. Believe me, I don't like it. But I don't want to lose it yet. So we're going to hold on, uterus. Hold on. Hold on down there. And she did tell me, which broke my heart a bit. She told me, she was like, you know, at your age, what do you want to, like, I just want to give you a heads up, you know, fibroids can come back. And I'm like, oh God. She's like, they can come back. If they do come back, we'll handle it from there. But you have a good 2 years if you want to have a child. I'm like, 2 years? Where am I finding a man in 2 years to knock me up? No, it's not even just, it's just, once again, things you just never think about. I'm just living my life like it's golden. I'm like, oh, I'll have a baby, I'll have a child, and it's like, I'll be all right. And then it hits you like, damn, this lady really told me I have 2 years. And now I know what God has planned for you. Nobody has control over that, right? I can have a baby at 42. I can have a baby at 45 if I wanted to. And I can. There's people out there who have done it, I know, but it may be a little more difficult for me. I don't know. I've never been pregnant. I don't know even if this could have affected me not having a child. I don't know. So to have that timestamp put on it, kind of like it hit, and I don't know. It just hit different. So I'm gonna take things day by day, and just go with the flow. I'm gonna try my hardest not to get in my head. I've been my family, my support system. I love all of y'all, because you all are trying to keep me in the right mindset to where not to focus on that right now. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not getting pregnant tomorrow. I'm not getting pregnant 2 months after. I also have to wait. If I did get pregnant, I have to wait a certain amount of time after having that myomectomy before I have a child. So that's also puts pressure. It's like, okay, I have to wait. And obviously I would want to wait. I have to heal. I just had major abdominal surgery, and I don't want to have to get I don't want to have to get a C-section. That's another thing. She said if she goes in to get the 2 smaller fibroids on my uterine lining, I would definitely have to get a C-section after. If she doesn't, then I could be okay to carry regular and have a regular childbirth. I guess the thing is, when they have to go inside, they don't want you to go into labor because it could rupture. your uterus, and who wants that? So, like I said, it's a lot. Like I said, I'm gonna continue to have my mindset. I've been prepping like hell before this surgery. I've done my own research. I've been, working out like normal. I've been working on my mobility. I have the mindset that I'm gonna be in the bed for a couple of days, but I'm gonna be able to get up, we'll walk around my house. Like, I'm not gonna stay stagnant because I don't want to be out or down for that long. It's my first major surgery. So it is scary to me. I've never been under the knife. I've never even broken anything in my whole life. So to have your first surgery have to be getting your freaking stomach cut open or your lower belly cut open to take out foreign objects out of your body that they don't know where they come from. They don't know anything. And it's like, where do these things come from? But that's a whole nother video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You got some information from it. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of mark my journey so you guys know, pay attention to your health. Go to the doctor. Set your appointments up each year. If you feel something wrong, go to the doctor. Please don't ignore it or say, I'm fine. You never know what could be happening in your body. And that, like I said, it's crazy what goes on inside of us and we don't know. And thank God, knock on wood, it wasn't anything with the C word. And we know what that word is, but you never know. Like, you don't know. So just go to the doctor, find out. Do research everything you can so you could be prepared for outcomes and different things that may happen. And the earlier you catch it, the better. I think to myself, I wish I would have caught this earlier, because if I would have caught it earlier, I probably could have had the less invasive surgery and then went another route and not have to go the extreme or the more serious route as far as getting a myomectomy. But you make plans, God laughs at you, so hey. But enjoy watching my journey. I will see you guys in my next video. I promise I'm back. So tomorrow's my surgery. I'll see you then, because I'm going to vlog that experience too. And yeah, have a wonderful day, evening, morning, night when you're watching this. Bye, D crew.